In this segment, it's really important. Lou Dobbs had 10 million viewers at a time back when he was on CNN. And then Obama got elected, and it was too upsetting for them, the #1 thing in television, double the viewers that Sean Hannity has today. It was upsetting them that people were hearing the truth about the North American Union, about globalism, about the TPP, about all of this, which now Trump's got into office and Trump is killing. Foreign multinational corporations setting up systems around our country. So I'm going to play a little clip of the final show that got him banned off CNN for being #1. Kind of like we're being banned off the internet for being #1. Well, they're trying to shut Drudge down for being the #1 website. #2 website in the world, #1 news site. And then I'm going to play the 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the banned part from Lou Dobbs' show this Thursday that re-aired Saturday on Fox that they're making such a big deal out of. Fox condemns rhetoric used by Lou Dobbs' guest as Channel Star host faces growing criticism. Yes, as his ratings go up, just like Sean Hannity or just like Tucker Carlson, he needs to be taken off. Well, you can't. And then you read the specifics. It's all in an article, Border Caravan. Call it the George Soros Express from WorldNet Daily. There's a bunch of other articles, but this is what Judicial Watch is talking about. Judicial Watch is talking about the documents they sued last year and this year to get, where in Europe and here, it is leftist groups that get U.S. taxpayer money through the UN. We give the UN money through U.S. aid and other groups, and then it's given to the NGOs that run it. And Soros doesn't pay for this himself. He gets your tax money to build the refugee centers, to advertise it, to bring them in. And then they manage them once they get here with the aid groups, and they house them in churches and synagogues and Catholic charities, and then the local leftists get up to half the money and the welfare that each person brings in. This is a cash cow bonanza, and they don't want that discussed. But it's all true. I've already been covering this for years, but you need to go read about the George Soros Open Society Foundation, CARE, the Annenberg Foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation, the Carnegie Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation, all the groups you hear advertising on NPR. And it's links in the WorldNet Daily article. We've written about these as well, but this is the best article that just boils it all down. And it's got the bios of the professors at Berkeley and UT and Harvard that run the migrant studies and how they're going to say there's no borders, no wall, no USA at all, no borders, no wall, no USA at all. It's all here, but they think you're idiots. They think you won't go look this up, that we're paying for this, for leftists, not regular folks from Honduras or San Salvador or Venezuela, but the very ones waving their Honduran and Venezuelan flags saying they hate America. And Trump's Hitler and Trump's the Antichrist and burning American flags and smuggling children. That's in the news today. Mexico stopped the caravan. They're smuggled kids in there. So it's the truth that can't be spoken. See, they say, oh, Jones is saying kill the media. Where's the clip? Not saying that. Joe Jones is showing you Judicial Watch documents. And see, they can't have Lou Dobbs do that either. Why, he's too respected. Why, he was #1 in cable. Even against Fox, he had twice the viewers they did. We can't allow that. See, CNN could have conservatives on and they'd be #1, but they won't do it because they are there to suppress the people. So let's go to the section of the censored Lou Dobbs Judicial Watch interview with Chris Farrell, Director of Judicial Watch. Here it is.
While you were sleeping, they came and took it away.
Caravan just north of the Honduran border. Joining us tonight, Chris Farrell, Director of Investigations for Judicial Watch. Chris, good to have you with us. I know that this caravan was a subject of considerable interest for you, for Judicial Watch, and certainly for the American people. Give us your first, and I'm going to, because we have limited time, ask you to be as succinct as possible, your thoughts on what you witnessed and what you saw and heard.
It's an overwhelmingly male caravan of mid-teens to mid-40s. I'd say the women and children are a super minority. There are certainly criminal elements rolled into the caravan. There were children that were recovered from a human smuggling operation today. The Guatemalans are trying to hold them back and turn them back, but it's a very grave situation.
Leftist groups reported to be the organizers, playing instrumental roles and financial roles. Tell us what you can.
Sure. Look, this is a criminal involvement on the part of these leftist groups. It's a highly organized, very elaborate, sophisticated operation. I have that from the highest levels of the Guatemalan government. They're investigating those groups criminally, and I strongly urge President Trump and Attorney General Sessions to do the same here. A lot of these folks also have affiliates who are getting money from the Soros-occupied State Department, and that is a very great concern. You want to start cutting money there.
Do you know anything about what we're seeing, and that's reports and pictures of USAID packages, bags containing what we know not, but obviously distributed by USAID? What is behind that?
I don't have a clear answer off the top of my head. I can just tell you that there's all sorts of programs that these groups are affiliated with that we spend taxpayer money on. It needs to be cut off now.
And where are we headed? We have another caravan of 1,000 or more people forming up in Honduras, ready to make the same trek through Guatemala to into Mexico with the plan of getting to our southern border. Your thoughts about this and what we can expect?
It's really an intermittent river of humanity. It's not a caravan in the sense of a discrete group. And I also I don't have firm evidence yet, but my intelligence, my indicators look for something coming out of El Salvador in the next week.
And the president has ordered at least 800 troops, logistic, primarily in mission to the southern border. What's it going to take what appears to be now 14,000 migrants in this caravan?
Way bigger
being
than that.
Shuttled by the Mexican government right into our border?
If they get to the border and they make an asylum claim, remember, 98% get through. Something fundamental has got to change here.
And then that triggers the next wave.
Chris Farrell, good to have you back. Thanks.
Thanks, Lou.
Okay,
Be sure to
so
vote on our poll tonight.
everything he said is true. It's on record. They're making all these arrests and child smuggling right now. Show the Washington Post article about Obama when he opened the border up. These caravans were full of kids that were then smuggled and trafficked into prostitution. That's the Washington Post. There it is. So that's why they're so scared. That's why they're so upset, is that the common sense of what is happening is waking people up, so they can't have discussions of how this is criminal. They can't have discussions about how this is illegal. There it is. Obama administration placed children with human traffickers. Washington Post. Okay? So they're going all or nothing. What their strength is, they're overshooting. Their weakness is they're doing that as well. It's a Hail Mary. It's unbelievably insane and criminal.